Yes, yes, yes. Big up on yourself. Happy Friday. You don't know how it stay already, people. Alright, so here what we're going back test Euro USD, and today is the 5th. No, today is the 1st of May. Um today's back testing session, we're not necessarily looking for say boy we're gonna take this trade or we're gonna take this trade or we're gonna see how much imaginary money we can make. What we want to do is we want to get an understanding of how the market move, because when you get an understanding of how the market move, then you understand you can make better decision. So I'll pre this. So we know so the market move like this, right? Come up to the 50%, go up, come back to the 50%, go up. And then now in real life or in a downtrend, this is a downtrend. But in real life it go like this. You see it come up and then it come up and then it start shake up and then it come down and then you swear so it go down and then it shoot up back, create another swing and then it come up and then sometime it come all the way down here, so range probably chick down a little bit, then it fly back up. You understand? Sometimes it shoot down and shoot up. So we need to know how to handle ourselves within all these environments, because that is how we're going to get consistent. You don't want to be the trader to where Monday you win 5 trade and you have a fatal 5 grand, 10 grand in your pocket, and then Tuesday it done. You understand? Hold on, let me sip some coffee. Yeah, man, I feel energized today. I feel well energized. Get a good night's sleep. Normally when we dip on the chart and a back test, we don't appear yawnings. But anyway, shouldn't get none of that. Computer bubble, everything a bubble. Alright, so yo, look. We're going to pick a random point in time. Right? And the back test date is going to be April 17. 5 o'clock in the morning. Right? That means we just a touch New York session. Right? So what I want to do is we want to verify the rules, right? The objective is to verify whether or not the swing count is reliable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometime it will make 6, and then sometime it will. You understand? We want to verify if the swing count is reliable. We also want to verify if the conditions for entry is reliable. So according to DTFX principles, sweep, zone, flip, right? So you have a zone here. Something here, come up and let's say price on its way down. Something down here has to be taken before price decide to trade out, right? We want to see whether or not this is valid, if we can use this in our trading strategy. And you can see it on the chart that it valid. This low get taken, it trade up. Probably a couple swings, right? Same thing right here. So this high get taken, all these highs get taken, price drop. Right? This low get snatched, price trade up. Right? This low get snatched, price trade up. This low, no, not get snatched. We notice the zones that price touch in. The zones are unmitigated zones as well. This is an unmitigated zone. Price move up, right? This zone, this little beanie zone right here, so not touch it, but anyway. All right, so let us begin. So what I like to do, get a gauge of where structure is, where we are in the market, trying to see if we're bullish or bearish. So I go on the hourly. And based on what I see on the hourly, oh Lord, we in a range. All right. So this, we're just looking at this region. Don't care what is over here. We have this low, put in this high. So this is the high of the high of the high, right? This right here represents equal lows because this wick was not taken, right? So it looked like we have this scenario where we have equal lows, right? And usually when you have equal lows, and look where we are we're heading to the top. So price, and then even if you look at this is a, price probably come up to the 50 up in here, which it is at the 50 right here. So right, so yeah. We can expect some downward movement in a while, but right where we are, we just have to play it out. So now this narrative look like it might hold true to where you have the low here, and it put in a high, and then it put in an equal low, and then it put in a high. But because this low is lower than this high, price might come up and stall in a zone, give you an equal high up here and another equal high, and then drop, right? So we can see that this zone, I want to draw the zone. What the hell am I draw the zone? This zone here, we're looking at this zone here as a possible place that price is looking to go to. Now, we say all of this, right? But from what we see, we're still bullish, right? We're still bullish. So we're not going to just say, oh man, no, it's time to look for shorts. No, we're going to see what the market give us. All right, so we're on the hourly. So this is a protected high. There's no highs and lows in here. You have a range in here. And usually when you have a range, price might come back down to test, test the range maybe. So we have a high here. Have a little something right there. So, and we have, this is the top of the range and this is the bottom of the range, right? Go on to 15. All right, so this is what we have to work with, right? Sorry about that. Oh, texting me. Oh, God. Nah, man. I'm not really worried about that right now. All right. Make we go. So we see what we're up, right? We're up. And we have these little swings in here, right? Remember we said 4 to 6 swings on price reverse. Now is a good opportunity to test that theory. So this is one swing. This is another swing in here. Swing up. This is another swing. So that's 3. This make 4. Alright. This make 5. So 5 swings. This one makes 6. So we have 6 swings, right? And then it shoot up. Yoom. And it all like give me another one. 7. Right? We have this zone here, which I don't think price going, I don't know. Let's just see what's going on. So we have these swings. So we're not really looking for no longs. So make play forward. Right? So this price tip go near the zone. You have a little peanut zone here. You have 1 swing, 2 swing, 3 swing, right? But you're at the top of this range, clearly outside, and then you're here. So I'm not going to rely on this zone here because this is the zone. Even though it's the zone at the bottom of the range, I would probably anticipate this zone to get clipped, and then them set the first imbalance here. This is an imbalance right here, might cause something. It might be coming back for this imbalance. There's a rule that said the first imbalance put in a new high, but you know, I don't use that as a trade thing. So we have 3 swings to come down. It tap the zone. Bottom of the range. $6 in the morning. Some people not even wake up yet. So I'm not even gonna try say, boy, we're gonna look for some trade or not. We just see how it play out. Some people, when them back testing them things, say, boy, them life depend on whether or not them can find a trade in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all them things. Sometimes you have to wait a while to get your trade, mind it. So we have a range here. Some sideways movement, which might mean price is getting ready to change direction. We shall see. Right. Still bullish. Still bullish. So we're at the top of the range. We'll pass the range. Right. Sweep, so all these highs get sweep out. I remember the scenario. Low, high. You have this. Price come up, probably give you an equal high and start to go down. Same scenario that we say that going on right here. Bang, 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 bang. Right? So what happened on the higher time frame happened on the lower time frame. I will blow up my phone, yo. All right. Still counting our swings. Every leg will count with swings. Right? So it kind of look like price kind of stall up here. So, all right. This look like a zone. Right? This can be treated possibly as a zone. Because you have this. All these highs get swept. How much swing? So not the 46 swings, but the price gets swept, the narrative. So this zone came out of the narrative of the equal lows with the short high, right? I don't know what name to give it, but you know. All right. So a short start come out of it now, right? Somebody could have taken a shot out of this, yeah, sure. Based if they knew this narrative and knew that you're at the top of, well, you're not at the top, but you're approaching, and you have all these swings. So you see, swing count of these swings here, that kind of give us the indication, all right, G, chill out on the longs for now. And then you have the scenario, which is the narrative. So structure, the narrative, and the narrative produce the zone. And then we just, we have a look at confirmation in here. Basically, the confirmation would be some candlestick flip or something like, so this bullish candle shoot up, and then it shoot up again. Some people just wait on it to tap. Some people wait until this get run and hope them can trade up in here. Different people have different confirmation. All right. But this, and we have to remember, say, even though this is telling us that this is still waiting to be fulfilled, this one, right? So we could keep it cool. If it wick up above one thing, I mean, don't panic. We're still bullish. We just take a little scalp off of this. So this is an equal high scenario right here. So this would be a confirmation. This would be a nice scalp. This right here, because you're in the zone, right? But you're waiting for confirmation. So this is a breaking structure right here. So this right here, this low put in a high. Did it put in a high? No. This low did not put in a new high because we have a wick. So this low put in a new high. Bam. And then this low get run here. Bam. And then it trade back up past the 50 up to the top. Right? But it's still in the range. And it trade down. So somebody could have eaten nice little food. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Food. Benz. I go buy a Benz. I go to the club. I go spend the money. You see it? I go buy some shoes. I go buy some Clarks. You see it? Out and bad. Alright. Could go forward. Boom! Blood clot. Out and bad. Stunting. Call them tick like dumpling off of that trade there. Alright then, we'll go about that thing. Alright, cool. Alright, so we achieved this. Equal high, run these lows. This low was not run, right? So now we reassess. We can reassess. Wow, go on. Remember, we still have to make our way up here, so forget a even bigger shot. So make price carry out its duties, because something else you have to understand. This is a one swing, right? This is supposed to might give me another swing. That probably going. You see me? So I could just ease yourself, right? Alright, so so the structure. Let's do it in the order that the order was designed. Structure, narrative, zone, confirmation. Alright, so this zone here. Let's go up to its structure. Structure, right? Yes, we have this swing count in here, right? But we have this larger swing, right? So you have these small swings and you have this big swing. This big swing still need to play out, So you have one big swing in here. Let me change the color. You have this big boy right here, so, right? Potentially this might give us another swing, two swings. Narrative. What's the narrative? The narrative is this zone here is getting mitigated multiple times, right? So see, mitigation. All right, that's the narrative, right? So which zone is going to when you say multiple mitigations, right? It means that possibly, that this zone is going to get destroyed. Price is going to beat up the zone and trade up because the zone already weakened, right? Plus the zone did not produce a low, right? So also we notice that this zone here also get mitigated multiple times as well, right? But we're not pre that. We're pre in this right here, right? So what range, what zone would produce the narrative of breaking above here? Then it would probably be this zone. Now, don't get me wrong. I did not see this zone, right? But through me, I run up my mouth and thing. We never get to see the zone. We was so excited about what Kyle them get tick like dumpling off of that trader. We never really see this zone. Now, this zone is at the bottom of the range. It's unmitigated, and we waited for something to get clipped. And then if you have a good eye for candlestick structure, these are swings down here, you know. I can't go on any lower time frame, but check this. This is 1. Whoosh. This could be 2. Whoosh. This could be 3. Whoosh. Broke this. Bam. Tap deep into the belly of the zone. Bam. Right. This could be another 1. 4. 1, 2, 3. You know where it join off, and then it shoot up to fulfill the narrative that this zone is going to get broken through. So that is how you have to kind of look at the way how we approach this thing, right? And it come back down to give somebody a second chance, right? This is not on a higher time frame. This is an equal high, but let me see. On the 15-minute, this would be equal highs, right? But the narrative, the swing, tell us otherwise. See? Bam. So this is a second swing now. In the whole grand scheme of things. Swing count. Bang. Bamson. So we have 2 swing. Right? Sip some coffee. Look. Alright. So with 21 minutes in the back testing session, I hope nobody now bored, you know. Right, because we are learning how to trade so that the man them back home can stop sell out them soul on TikTok and a beg money on TikTok. You see me? Stop bow on TikTok. Learn for trade. Alright. Bamson. So we're looking at this. I'm going to say, we could see what I go on. We could see what I go on. So this swing, we want to see what our next move going to be. Alright, so we have swings coming up. So now, let me see how we're going to count this. This is 1. This could be 1. This could be 2. This could be 3. Whoa. 1, 2. Alright, let me count it. 1 swing. Right? Trade down. Trade up. That's 2 swing. Trade down. Trade up. That's 3 swing. Right? This look like a 4th. Four swing. Mad. Alright, so we have 4 swings, so the structure. We're going to wait on a narrative or what? See, the big narrative I get play out there, but we don't worry about that. The narrative is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 swing, right? So we're way up top. Remember this 50%? Keep an eye on that. So our swing count is insane. Insane push up, right? So we just sweep this high right here, right? Now, to me, ladies and gentlemen, this right here looks like a wick, right? It looks like a wick going to come out of it. meaning that it prophesies that this might end up being an equal high. But let's wait on the narrative. Let's look for a narrative. I think we might end up in a range. Not sure. So that's another swing. So that's what? 6. This is a 6 swing. Alright, let's see what it looked like on the 15. On the 15, it looked like bam. It going up. Look at all these larger swings here. 1, 2, 3. So this scenario of the equal high run the low of not the equal high, but the double bottom causing price to come down. Don't think it's gonna play out because of what we see on the higher time frame. That's why them said don't forecast too far, right? Don't forecast too far. This is 1 swing. This is 2. Delete that. And then this is 3rd swing, right? This look like it's gonna make a 4th swing. So yeah, but we still have to stick with what we have. Swing count I save with life, you know, man. All right. Just waiting on a narrative that telling us we're getting ready to go down. Price start tighten up. Right. So check it. This low, this high. Hold on, peoples. What, Papa? What?
How much are you got now?
Hold on there. Give me a couple minutes, alright?
Okay.
May I record a video? Give me a couple minutes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna play some more game and we come get you, alright? Okay. Alright, I'm soon forward. I'm a little son that you know. Alright, so yo. We have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. See? 3 soon come down here, so. What the narrative telling us? Well, narrative we just break through this, right? I would not take a long right here, even though it looked nice. You know, run the low, the zone, it's fairly unmitigated and thing. Some people brave enough to do that. I really feel the need to do that, especially after we just get that big long there. But if you're wise, let me see. You see how this zone mitigate. These lows get taken, right? These lows get taken, right? This zone is cooked. So, if I was to look for a trade, I would wait until this low gets slammed out. I would wait until this low get run, because by then I would have 4 swings. Check it. If you look at the swings wherever you go, 1 swing, 2 swing, right? Can get in on a pullback up here, so. First imbalance also put in a new high. That's also another thing. But we're still at the top of the range, so I'm kind of, you know, narrative top of the range. You have this up here. Price might come for this and come down. Let's play it out. We have a zone down here. Didn't see this. Right? Which is in fact the zone responsible for running this high. So I would look for a trade down here in this zone right now. It might change by the time I get down there, but we'll see. So that's the third swing, right? Trade up. That's the fourth swing. That's the fourth swing, right? Is there a low that can be taken? No, see no low to get taken. This might not work. Anyway, four swing. Five swing, right? All right, so now this presents something to be taken. This low, oh yeah, you have this right here. You have this low right here. So this low might get taken and it might whip way up back, or it might run it, kill way off, and then take the trade down there. So we shall see. But you know, some man can take the swing them down here too, you know. Oh, Tom bad. Stunting. See, this low get clipped 1-1. We're winning. Alright, I'd have come out of this trade right now. Because you see. So you come up here, you get a nice little 1-1 below here. It weak down here and it give a fat nice little trade. But we know that we're at the top of this range. But the good thing, did I count this right? 1, 2. This look like, nah, yeah. Stunting. And then we have this. So, ooh, 50%. And then we're coming from a large rejection. Look, remember this? We're coming from a larger rejection. So we have to be careful of what we're doing up here, so. Stunting. So yeah, you take a little scalp and you run. And you know say it's gonna get done. Right? So now we have a bunch of zones now. Of swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, I'm bad. Stunting. So what I'll probably do is wait for a high to get taken, because I am not comfortable with the price action that I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So I will take a long in this zone here, because when all these lows get killed, I'm gonna have enough liquidity, as some people call it, for come up. It might not happen, it might happen. So price trade out of this zone here. Congratulations to whoever get that. Right. So we have the swings. This is the bottom of the range. So all these things have to line up. Whoop, dead. Right? Dead. And seeing that, how that get dead off, we're lucky right there, so you know, because this low got taken, and then I guess we live off of some pullback, some little half a pullback, but this would be the zone here because we're not taking no big risk. We just, you know, so we have the swing count. We sweep these lows. Now let's jump in the zone. Stunting. Right? So we have three eyes on lows. Let me see something. This I put in a low. This I equal I right here. So run the lows. Supposedly. On a lower time frame, so it might not even happen. That make we wait. Alright, so equal I run the lows, so we get that. So now we in the zone. How much swing we count, boss? 1, 2, 3. This might be the fourth. 4. Seen? 2, 3, 4. So wait on some confirmation. I want to see if price going to shoot up above this and close. Then I'll probably take a scalp. Ooh, wait a while. Alright. Yeah. Masu come papa. Me almost done. So we come down here. Bumps. And we come back. Will it come back? Man say, yo, man, nah, come back for you. Just joking. Alright, so I will take a trade here. If me lose, me lose. But let me see if I have everything right. Structure. Bottom of the range. Swing count. Lows taken. Structure is bullish. Just check the trade and see what happens. So press the button. Bam. And we cooked. We dead. Why we dead? Wait, we're not dead. Well, we're dead because we take the zone. Why we dead? Because look on the 15 minute. Look on the overlay. As I said before, this big freaking zone here, it look like it getting ready to push us down. So I would have lose some money right there, so. Right? I would have lose some money because I'm going to get greedy. Right? And as soon as I get chop up, no, sir. Price want to trade back up in here. So, to be fair, this zone, part of the concept would tell us that this zone here, these are all mitigating each other. So this zone was really mitigated. Because if you look up here, this was a zone and then it get mitigated. This was a zone and it get mitigated. This was a zone and it get mitigated. This little fool thing on another zone. So, my bad. That's why we back test. So, when you see shit like this in the future, even though you're at the bottom of the range and all this thing, the zone was not fulfilled. And then you're coming from a... You understand? And I think this is a week, you know. So if you go like all on a 4 hour on the daily, that's a week. Right? So that's a daily week. which means that it going to prophesize some daily catastrophe happening for us. Equal highs run the lows. All right. So we lose some money, but we're not a ball over it. We lose what? Not much. Let me see this play out. See? Because of this big freaking zone here. And then what am I step on the hourly? This is a wick to this because of the narrative. So the narrative held true, right? The narrative of this being a false double bottom held true, right? And watch it. Bombson. So we learn a nice valuable lesson today. Let me see what going on. When the pullback going on. Shall we pull back by now? Let's see where it go. Is it going into this range? So yeah, that was my mistake. And then was in a downtrend too. Oh God, man, how you could have made that mistake, brethren? Look, it was in a downtrend, dog. See, as soon as it run the freaking low, it start uptrend, and then it starts swing. I'm not like I'm vex, you know. I don't like losing, but I saw it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to be careful, right? What I should have did was maintain my stance on this narrative that the double bottom was fake. It come up, it wick up. This is a wick, right? And then you have your pullback. Because remember, it's creating another swing up, you know. But it have to come down first, right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we talk to you later. We'll spend some time with my youth. Peace.